All right, let's work on this bottom one. I got my little knee pad. Let's see if you can see me dipping. Yeah, you can. Okay. Be liberal, because you're gonna take some of that paint off. I just don't want to get too much on there at one go, because I just don't think I need to, and then I can go back. It's not a race. We're not racing anybody, are we? Okay. Across there. Make sure you blend it in nicely. Okay. Before we do the next bit. I can do right here. Because I don't have a whole lot of paint in my tray, I can just take it down, straight down on there and take a little bit off and just do that. You know? I don't have to go in there sideways to take the paint up and then get too much of my side filled up, my bristles. Just think, and slowly but surely you'll get the hang of it. That's just how it works. The more you do, the better you're going to get. And you're going to be like, oh, that's what I should do next time. You're always going to screw up too. And then, you know, what I usually do at the end of a job or at the end of a door or something, or after I do the doors, yeah, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have been aware of edges to make sure nothing's running anywhere, make sure everything's blended in and all that, check it. Because sometimes around these edges, if you're not paying attention, it could run on you, drip. Because this is semi-gloss paint, it's not flat paint, it's not like, what do you call it, it's like satin paint or eggshell. I mean, those paints will run too, but you always got to be aware of that. If anything runs, it's going to be on that tip, it's going to be up there on that, or wherever. So when you get done, you kind of want to be aware of that and check things, okay? And make sure you don't have any runs. If you do get a run, worst case scenario, you can fix it. Okay, I'm gonna go up here and look at that. Everything looks pretty good. And remember, now I'm gonna go back and hit certain things. I can see that top bit I can hit. Okay, and here's the other thing. I could do this edge down about here, let's say, on both sides right now, because when I lift this door and flip it, I'm not going to put my hand up high, am I? I'm not. So I guess I could check that down to here, let's say, and hit it. Now I'm doing the top a little bit because I sanded up there. Okay, I'm hitting this edge because it was a raw edge. All right. So I'm going to hit that stuff now. As I go, before I flip this door. Okay, here I can just hit it like that. I don't have to get this whole edge, because part of that, or this face, part of that I can hit after I flip the door, right? I'm just concentrating on hitting all the raw stuff right now and making sure I get the excess off. Okay, I'm not going to go any lower than that, let's say, okay? Because later I can flip it around. Actually, I'll go down just a hair further. I'm just going to have to be aware. Okay, no further than that. I've got a line of raw wood right there on the face of that edge, and then on that edge, the outside edge. Make sure you blend that in, okay? You don't want to build up an edge there, because when I go with the paint roller, I don't want to build up any edge there, okay? Now I've got to decide what to do with this 20-minute label on the side of my door. I'm wondering what to do with that. Some people I've seen just paint over it, and I could do that because I've got one on the door jamb up high too, right? Or I can put masking tape on there and then score it all the way around and clean it off and stuff. I might do that too. Okay, so I'm going to go down about just to there. Okay, now anything on the face that I happen to see that are marks or anything like that, like around the door, door handles, where there's a couple marks on here. Oh, there's a gouge right there. I'm just gonna kind of hit that. I don't have to do that around all the doors handles, but if you see dark marks and stuff, that's fine. You can hit them now, okay? And I'm gonna check down low. Remember where the door shoe for the weather stripping piece down here. And then there's some black marks on this door. I can hit them right now, can I? And any marks that I see, I can hit. Okay? That'll just help before I do the roller. And this little bit is going to be dry before I do the roller, because I'm not putting that much paint on. Right? Here's a line there. And I see some marks down here, foot marks and stuff, so I can just hit it. Okay? And it doesn't have to be perfect. Main thing is you want the paint to blend in. You don't want or the edges to blend in. You don't want any edges on your paint. Okay? And so I'll have to be careful with that. I don't want to build up too much on the bottom, but then again, I don't want any marks to show, because once I put the door shoe on, if you put too much paint on there, it could build up, and you're going to have to be real careful when you put that door shoe on. What I usually like to do is I don't like to lift it all the way up and then try to slide it on, because you could gouge it, especially if you have to push the door shoe down a little bit, let's say. Do you know what I mean? And so you just have to be aware of that. I like to try to get it down too low, slide it on there, make sure I've got it. Then I can slide it up to where I think it needs to be. Okay. In fact, on this edge now, I can decide. When I lift this up to flip it around, I'm going to be lifting from right in here, right? You know, I'm not going to be lifting from down here, so I could paint this edge now, couldn't I? Down low. I think that's what I'll do. And I'll just have to remember that after I flip the door around, I'm going to have to do the edge that I haven't done yet. Okay? Just so I don't get my paw prints on it. And if you wait long enough before you flip it, I mean, if you get a little bit on you, it's probably not that big of a deal, you know, because you're going to put two coats on with your roller over it. I might just hit it. What do you think? Should we just hit it? Be done with it? It's not going to take very long to dry, but see, that's the thing. When I get done with all this, I don't want to have to sit and wait for it to dry, but it depends. If you can sit and wait for this side to dry, it's not going to take very long. And I could start working on the door frame, the door jamb, and do some stuff over there, clean it, and then this should be dry. You know, it's not going to take that long because I'm only hitting that, and then I'll just have to be kind of careful with it, and then I could still hit it wherever I hit my finger, right? So I think I'm gonna make the decision of going ahead and painting it. So I've just changed my mind. I'm giving you options on what you can do. See, nothing is written in stone. You can do whatever you want. You're the boss. Nobody else on this thing. I want to be careful where the latches are, because I don't want to get any paint on there, and because then it will start running down through there.